Hello, hello, hello. It's the Loading Time Pod. I think we're here to talk about shit and games. Let's go. Is that not the?
That's actually the best intro we've had. No, nice and concise.
Mm-hmm. That's why I get the big bucks.
Use that hashtag.
0p.
Loading time. Your intro is over, bro.
Intro is never over. Don't you understand?
I use the hashtag loading time pod. And have a chat in it. Talk to us in it. Let's go to the news first. The only news that I've got is HBO saying that they're basically going to put release their movies on HBO Max and in cinemas at the same time.
Hey, isn't that?
So Warner Bros. Is set to release its entire 2021 movie lineup all at once on HBO
All
Max
at once?
and theaters.
When? Beginning of the year? Serious? Oh, I can't wait.
Wait, HBO Max. Well, do you have to pay
Yeah,
to
it's
watch
subscription.
those on HBO Max? No, it's not subscription. Because
Oh.
you can subscribe for Amazon Prime, but you still have to pay for something.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
is it like that, or is it like Netflix where you pay subscription so you just watch it?
I don't know.
Because I don't know how HBO Max works, but I'll be surprised
I don't
if they
think we
let
even
you
get
just
HBO
watch
Max
it.
Here, do we?
I guess not.
I don't
It's
think we
American,
get
isn't
it,
it?
so
So
that's-
no. But even then, I mean, I don't know how they're monetizing
Here
this.
it will be. HBO Max.
No,
I think,
as in,
I
let
think
me say in
HBO Max
general.
is different. I think HBO Max operates the same way as Netflix.
So you just have it
I
once
think
you.
so. I think
Man,
so.
but wouldn't they lose out on so much money by doing it that way?
I mean, Microsoft are doing that with their Game Pass thing. It
Yeah,
doesn't
isn't
make
that-
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but that's what they're doing. It's a
But
new
wait, how
model
much
that a
is-
lot of people will do. Actually, check. I might be wrong. HBO Max, it might be like Amazon Prime as well. But
It's a subscription service, so it's like Amazon. You pay this
But-
amount of money every month.
do you
Yeah,
remember
but do you
Amazon
get-
Prime? To be fair, with Amazon Prime though, is that you get the whole service of Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's not
Prime
just
Video,
it's
yeah.
not just streaming; it's everything. But
Yeah.
for the streaming stuff, you can stream a lot, but for some things,
You
the
have to
Prime
buy
stuff
it.
you have to pay
Yeah.
to even rent it. Sometimes you can't even buy some of them. Some of them
Yeah.
you can only rent, and you have it in for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, I see what they've done. So they're gonna have the movies on HBO are gonna be released in cinema and HBO Max at the same time, right? But on HBO Max, you have 1 month to watch it. So it's just like a cinema. It's not gonna be the entire.
But then you have to pay to watch it separately. As in, I pay a subscription to HBO Max, so I didn't have to pay again to watch that thing for that month.
Exactly.
So you just have to pay again. Right. So okay, well, so that's fine.
Piracy show.
That makes sense to me. Then like just saying,
That's what-
If it's in a cinema, I pay to only watch it once and that's it.
yeah,
But if I pay a subscription for HBO Max, I can watch as many times as I want within that month.
yeah.
Or you can just rip it and have it forever.
Not everyone thinks like you, Tega. More people want to support the industry, Tega. Some of us.
I'm still supporting it by having the subscription. It just means I won't buy it when it comes out.
You're
When
not
was
supporting it, are
when was
you?
the last time you bought a movie?
Support the
Dude, I
movie.
buy movies all the
When
time.
was the last time?
I'm so lazy. I can't be asked to like download stuff
Okay,
anymore.
Demi, when was the last time
I
you
bought
a movie?
freaking. What did I buy? There you go. See,
I said, when did you buy
he
it?
doesn't buy shit because I buy other stuff.
Okay, Elijah, when was the last time you bought a movie?
Bought a movie. I haven't. I only watch it in the cinema.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to. He doesn't need to own it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch a movie more than once or twice. Like I don't do that.
I've watched.
Yeah, but you
I clock it once. That's it. I'm not.
Yeah, I do that, and my girl
just
My
adds
girl
it to the
forgets upset with me when I
flyer
do that.
pile
I've got too much stuff to do when they watch movies. You know, people that just watch the same movie
over like 10 times.
I've done
And
that.
analyze
I've watched
every
movies.
frame.
Fast and Furious and
You did that with Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious 5 and then Chronicles.
Why?
Oh yeah, Chronicle. We watched that in the cinema like 3-4 times.
Why?
I just got gassed.
I've
Do you know what it was?
watched
No, but we
watched
watched it because of another group of friends wanted to watch it every time. I did the same thing.
Right. I think I did that with. I think I did it with the Avengers movie. I think the first one. Sorry, not the first one. Sorry, Infinity War. I think I watched that 3 times. Because the first time I watched it, and the
Yeah,
second
it's
time,
bare long,
someone
bro.
else wanted to watch it. I think I was supposed to watch it with someone that I was seeing, right? But my friend also wanted to watch it, so I watched it with them, and I didn't tell the friend I was seeing that the girl I was seeing that I watched it already. So I was like, "Yeah, this is so surprising." Did you see what happened? And then my friend went to watch it. I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch it again. It's a sick movie."
How many times did you watch Chronicles? Was it Chronicles?
It was 3-4 times. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Chronicles of Narnia.
No, Chronicle.
Imagine.
Chronicle. The film. It has Michael B. Jordan.
The Witcher the one. Can't get enough of that line. No, that thing was basically Akira. Isn't it?
It was,
It's basically
yeah.
Akira.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
And 2 white dudes. And they also this thing on.
There's not psychic.
I've seen it. Telekinetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched it only once. It's a good movie.
Yeah, watching like these.
Yeah. I was so gassed. Oh, I was like, if this thing really happened in real life.
You know they wanted to make a second one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I think you should make a second one.
Studios wanted to do something entirely different, and he's like, no, I want to do a different story.
Based on research, we found out that if we make everything crap, people will come and watch it the second time. They
Yep,
do.
like they're gonna ruin Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
the movie.
They're making a Monster Hunter movie.
Come on,
That's what you mean, right? Though.
Been a good.
Capcom film? Never. I don't know what's wrong with Capcom. They barely make games with good stories anyway.
I mean, Resident Evil. Wait, we said in your last podcast that basically there was no Capcom game with a good story. Doesn't Resident Evil have a good story? Not all of them, but doesn't it have a decent story? Resident Evil.
Possibly. Resident Evil seems like, if anything, Resident Evil will have the best Capcom storyline. But
Compared to it.
no, not even storyline. I mean the way that they narrate their stories. Like it's like Mega Man and Mega Man X
Long.
and Mega Man X
Long.
Zero. They have really good like actual stories.
Yeah, if you
but
go
then
and
the narrate,
research it.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you
But
don't research it, then-
when you play, especially Mega Man X4, you're playing like this is a good story, but then the way it's narrated,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you,
just
it's
like-
just like this is ass. What the hell is going on? This is nonsense.
You basically like play an introduction and then nothing, and then basically you get the end.
But even when you're getting the story, the way that they're like
Are
everything,
they?
the dub, everything about it is just everything's just moving so fast, and you're just like, what is actually going on?
No, you don't really.
All of a
know.
sudden-
it's not a game built for that.
It's not, but then when you actually find out the story, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is actually really good.
Yeah, but if you have to go and do homework to find out
Yeah,
the story, or something,
exactly.
then
That's what I'm saying. Look, Street Fighter is another one.
there's no story.
Dead story.
There's no story. I mean,
There is a story, but it's just not worth investing.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. You get the story
It's
when you're.
basically a reason for this man to never wear shoes. And to just go to different people's countries
And just beat
and
them
beat
up.
them up.
I mean, they tried like through 2 and 3 to make a story with M. Bison and Ryu, and then Seth at one point.
Yeah, I remember that.
No one plays Street Fighter
For
for
a story, no.
You know, some people complain that they say, "Oh, I wish that this fighting game had a story."
You should shut up.
No one cares, bro. Like,
And then they add it, and then it's trash.
Is the game good or not? Is the gameplay good or not? That's it.
So, remember Marvel vs.
Tell me
Capcom?
the story of Tekken.
But there's a story.
Second stories.
Didn't the
Spawn
agent sleep with Demon or whatever?
He basically wants to. He raises Kazuya because Kazuya has a devil gene, but Kazuya is pissed off with him.
'Cause he threw him off the mountain.
Down the volcano. That was the first.
No, it's not. It throws him down. I thought it threw him down the volcano as training.
No, yeah.
It threw him down a mountain
Down the mountain.
for training, and then Kazuya hits it.
Kazuya knocks it back to him. He said that Kazuya has a child that has a devil gene.
So he does the same thing.
And they all just hate each other. That's what Tekken's
Yeah, they
about.
all hate each
Family
other.
feuds.
But what's it called? But what's the other one?
And then
So
there's the bastard child as well. What's his name?
Bastard child.
The one
Oh, I
who's
know
like
you're
before,
talking about.
The guy that's like, he looks like a superhero. He wears a cape.
Lars.
Oh, is he?
Lars.
He's
Yeah.
like the bastard child. He's like,
Is he?
Kazuya tried to make another child with like with devil gene, but he didn't have the devil gene. So he's like, yeah, this guy's a waste.
He's trash.
what's it called? Soul Calibur has a good story.
Does it? Well, it has a good.
As in,
Plot
they
device.
actually
It has a
narrate-
good plot device
They actually managed to.
that actually
narrate-
kind of makes sense in
Yeah.
a way because they're all trying to get the sword, but the sword is evil.
Are they trying to get the sword, or
Well,
they have
that's
a
what I
sword
remember.
and
It's-
eventually it just takes
No,
over?
no. If you get the sword, then it takes over. The sword is the nightmare. Like Siegfried is looking for. They're all looking for this sword, but officially I think Siegfried gets it. Then he becomes nightmare. Then he separates from it.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
then
the sword becomes its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it becomes a shit character. And then compared to Siegfried, it's trash.
because no one cares. Like, the only reason people like Nightmare is because he was
Well, I like Nightmare because of what he was.
Exactly.
And then you find that they split.
Yeah,
And then
it's like-
Siegfried took all his skill with him. And Nightmare just like, I want to do my spinny stancey stuff. It's gone.
It's basically safe. Yeah.
Yeah, he became his own thing. Anyway, but then the other in the game you can get Nightmare versions of every weapon because it's like,
Yeah, I
oh,
remember, yeah.
if this person got it, then if this person.
But I'm
got
just saying, but at least it had
kind of a plot
It
to
had a plot, and you can actually see
Yeah.
it go forward.
It kinda makes- it
Whereas
kinda
Street
makes
Fighter,
sense.
you just beat someone and you just get a text saying,
it.
saying something. Go home and be a family man.
But there is
What?
story mode now. That like, Street Fighter 4 had the story mode and Street Fighter 5 as well.
But I still
It's
don't.
just like, it's not that
Yeah.
It's not good.
I mean, would we? We wouldn't care really.
No, you wouldn't care, but I'm just saying, Capcom, they don't make, in my opinion.
But you have to appeal to like.
Do you remember Dragon's Dogma as well? As amazing
Oh,
as the
I don't even know the story is Dragon. I don't finish it.
exactly as amazing.
I watched the anime and I was
Do you
like,
know
yeah,
how
this story
hard
is
it is to make
bad.
a really bad fantasy story? Well, it shouldn't be that hard.
It's easy to make it bad. And
No, as in,
story.
but this one is like Dragon's Dogma is supposed to be a fantasy, like in a fantasy world, and you have no idea what's going on. And even when they try to make something, hype something up, you're just like, what is really going on?
Yeah, but you know how? No offense to Japanese people, but you know when they make stuff, sometimes they just go a bit convoluted with stuff, and you're like, what? You're trying to be really philosophical, and you're like, what? Why is he stabbing himself now? After all that time, he traveled to be nice, stabbed himself, and because of friendship, they've won. Like,
That's Sherman, man.
I mean, to be fair, not all. I mean, like, you know, obviously there are good stories that are there, but from some games, when it's like this person, he's just so angry. Why is he so angry? It's not that deep. And then there's the girl that like she's angry as well, but just because she's a bitch, she's angry. There's no other reason for it. And it's just frustrating to play. And then you see someone's boobs and you see panty, and like,
But that's what makes you want to play it more.
no, it doesn't.
But that's what
It actually makes you turn it off. I'm
So
like,
it makes us turn it off.
Oh,
But
here we go again.
I remember what I told you. People were complaining about the censorship issues and
Oh.
Sony. I want to see boobs. So that's
Well, like, yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's basically Virgin saying this, man. There's no. what
well,
kind
to be
of
honest, this
guy
is
do you
their
say, why did they censor the boobs and the panties of a woman? Like
would you rather
Yeah, because
see
they're not
3D
getting real
boobs?
breasts and
that's
pants.
what
Ah.
Virgins are saying. That's what I'm saying. No adult that's actually like, you know,
That's
working
mad.
cares.
I love how this went from HBO to like Japanese people and breasts.